So, if you have ever bought, transferred, or exchanged cryptocurrencies, you have used a crypto wallet. Wallets are an essential part of how these actions are completed, as they are responsible for keeping a record of how much and of which currencies you own. It would be a reasonable thought that your wallet stores cryptocurrencies, just like in real life how our wallets hold fiat currency. However, this would be incorrect. For each individual token, its blockchain keeps a record of what wallet addresses hold how many tokens. So your wallet does not actually hold any money. However, it is the proof that you own the amount of crypto you say you do. This is accomplished through the use of public and private keys. These two keys are linked through something called a trapdoor function. Basically, your public key is a mathematical function of your private key. A trapdoor function is one where it is computationally easy to go in one direction, but would take thousands of years to go in the other direction. Your public key is distributed out and is how you are recognized by other people, while your private key is kept a secret. You could think of it as your public key is your username for YouTube and your private key is your password. Private keys are how you authorize a transaction to occur, and a public key is how people can accept your transactions or send you money in return. Let's say, for example, I want to send Bitcoin to a friend. I would use my private key to gain access to my funds. I would then encrypt the transaction with my friend's public key that then only he could unencrypt with his private key. This ensures that only he can access the data that I send him. There are multiple wallets that we will cover in this episode, but I think it is important to understand the very basic mechanics of each type. There are three that we will cover. The first is institutional accounts such as Robinhood. The second is online wallets such as MetaMask. And the third are hardware wallets such as Trezor wallets. First, a very popular way to buy cryptocurrency is through accounts on Robinhood, as they offer the lowest barrier to entry. However, these are not true wallets in the sense of the word. To access these accounts, you use a username and a password, much like any other online account you have. Robinhood then allows you to buy cryptocurrency with your money, much like stocks. But when you buy the cryptocurrency, you're basically holding a share of it instead of the actual token. This is because instead of giving each individual user a wallet, they simply buy the crypto for you and hold it into one big wallet. At this time, we actually believe that the biggest Dogecoin wallet belongs to Robinhood. The downside to this is that you will not be able to use Dogecoin in any payment form, as Robinhood holds all your tokens and you just hold a share. So you would only be able to get USD back out through Robinhood if you wanted to do anything with your Dogecoin. The second type of wallet is online wallets such as MetaMask, and these are known as hot wallets as they are connected to the internet. These are very useful because it makes it very easy to trade or send cryptocurrencies as it is connected to the internet and it interconnects to several dApps. When setting up wallets, you are giving a 12-word mnemonic that is your recovery for your private key. One nuance is that your MetaMask wallet is no different than any other online wallet that you could get online. These online wallets serves as UI for you to interact with the blockchain in an easier method. But all they really do is take your private key and de-encrypt the information that belongs to you. Finally, the last type of wallets are called cold wallets, as they are not connected to the internet and are usually on a separate piece of hardware, such as a Trezor wallet. These will also give you a mnemonic phrase to help you recover your private key, but as added security, you must interface with the wallet to authorize any transaction. This makes it so that no scammer could take your private key and then log onto their computer and use it without the use of a Trezor. This is just a very brief overview of the mechanics of the wallets, and now we're going to talk to you about our favorite methods to use and to keep your crypto safe.
Hey guys, I'm going to show you the wallets that we use to store and manage our cryptocurrencies. Your needs may vary, but what we were looking for is a way to securely store all of our cryptocurrencies, which we have a lot of different types, and also a way for us to easily conduct transactions. And so what we went with was a popular method, which is a hardware wallet. And so in our case, we use the Trezor 1 and the Trezor T wallets that you see here in my hand. So these wallets are not perfectly secure like a cold storage wallet. They do have sort of a firmware to them that allows you to have a lot of interactive features for transferring and managing the cryptocurrencies, which is nice on our end. And they're much more secure than a fully software-based solution. Like there's lots of apps or websites that you can store your cryptocurrencies on, and they basically manage your wallet for you. But this gives you a more secure two-factor method where you have to have the physical device in order to access your private keys. And so that's why we went with these hardware-style wallets. And so I'm going to show you a little bit of how our Trezor works. And this is similar to most hardware wallets. So the first thing you do is, with a USB-C cable, you plug in the Trezor and it'll light up. And so once you have that going on, you can go onto the Windows application and it'll show you that you still need to connect your Trezor even though you've plugged it in. And the reason for that is you have to put in your PIN code in order to activate the device. And so only the device knows your private keys and it won't release them unless you type in this PIN code. So you type in your PIN code on the Trezor. It's a small screen, but it works okay. That you can manage all of your assets, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, all in one place, and it supports quite a lot of coins. So you can see here that Ripple and Dash and all of those are supported, and they're adding more as time goes on, but these are what are natively supported by the Trezor Suite application. And in order to transfer the money, you can go to your asset and then you can send, receive, or trade. They have a built-in exchange function in order to do that. Another option besides a hardware wallet like the Trezor that we have, you could also use something like Exodus. And so Exodus is a software-based application that serves as a wallet to many different cryptocurrencies. And so we use Exodus in conjunction with our Trezor. It can function as like a front end for your wallet where you can view all of your assets and you can see your portfolio returns. You can see where all your current assets are on mobile devices. A lot of small benefits like that you can't get if you just use the Trezor Suite alone. But you can use Exodus on its own as a wallet, and it's better than keeping it on Coinbase, but a lot less good than keeping it on something like a hardware wallet with Trezor or Ledger. So Exodus acts as a all-in-one shop for an exchange where you can go between different assets, for instance Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can see that they are now offering shares for their own IPO. They have a wallet that supports quite a variety of cryptocurrencies. They have most of the major ones available on here, and you can select which ones you want to support. That way you don't clutter up your dashboard. And you can also see that a lot of these are supported with Trezor, and so that's an important feature because it means if you wanted to later, you could buy a Trezor and transfer your assets onto a Trezor controlled wallet, but still view Exodus to see all of your assets in one place. And so that's a really nice feature, and we found it to work pretty smoothly. But as far as what option is right for you, it's really going to depend on how secure you need. So if you're managing a small amount of funds, so less than $10,000 of investment, you can probably get away with a software-based item. If you are managing more than that, you should really invest in a good hardware wallet and make sure that you're following good practices for keeping your keys safe. And then it's always a good idea, no matter which one that you have, a hard version of your backup mnemonic, and you store that in a safe location, like a physical safe inside your house or a safety deposit box, or anything like that. And so it can be as simple as a piece of paper, or it could be one of those engraved wallets that can work as a backup mnemonic to make sure that you never lose all of your cryptocurrency. Because if you lose your private key, then your crypto becomes essentially inaccessible. So I hope that helps and it shows you a bit of what we use. And feel free to ask us some questions. Follow our block bites, which are our weekly newsletter that we send out. So you can go to our website, datalesscrypto.com, and subscribe to those. And thank you for watching the video.